I'm David G. Sheshnag Yoga Center, Sheshnag.com. What on earth is Kundalini? The diary of an awakening male, an awakening man, from marijuana to nirvana. The pain's phenomenal. Going from a cultural interpretation of being sexually prolific to a monogamous situation of sensuality and connection and pure intimacy based on appreciation of me being the male polarity of Shiva and consciousness and space and wanting freedom, and my consort being the feminine polarity, craving connection, for her to embrace connection and express it in her own power. The main thing she needs is security, some form of emotional stability from me. I haven't been able to provide that. My own wounds have been triggered phenomenally from this experience. And the lessons that I've learned about myself, phenomenal. As I come back into my body, try and approach sex or intercourse or intimacy in a more emotional and sensual way, it's really difficult. It hurts to see myself as not enough, to be able to work through that towards being enough. Got all this research on board, listened to all these podcasts and YouTube videos. Now I'm here to implement it and put it into action. And in that action I'm going to try and do some of the techniques they talk about. I'm working on that Barbara Kiesling book, How to Make Love All Night. So it starts talking about sensate focus and appreciating sensuality, where you feel your experience and you feel yourself on a non-sexual level, not focused for the goal. And then it talks about practicing the levels where you self-pleasure or you participate with a partner. You can do the genital caress or the sensate focus both with your partner and by yourself. So I haven't done much of that to feel myself. There's a difference between arousal, there's a difference between ejaculation, there's a difference between orgasm. I'm as confused as anything. Then there's techniques that they say breathe it up, there's other ones say breathe it down, there's other ones that say breathe into your genitals, there's ones that say contract your PC muscles, there's ones that say relax everything. I'm as confused as anything, I'm perplexed as anything. It's been phenomenal, but I want to go on a journey and see if I can accomplish it, see if I can be a man that's up to the task of fulfilling my own karma and the lessons that I create from a cyclic perspective, even though they intensify each time. And I'm telling you just quietly, I want to finish this one. I want to be able to love this consort in a way that I hold the space, because I don't want the lesson any bigger than this. It's big enough, man. It's like perfectly designed to bring up every one of my deep, dark shadow pains and wounds. So I'm going to start by practicing the levels and the sensate focus. I'll try and practice twice a day minimum. I've got a bit of an erratic lifestyle, so hopefully I can justify and be dedicated enough to practice it. And the levels, when I say the levels, it means you're trying to understand your own arousal. You get to a understanding of 1 to 10, 10 being past the point of no return, 0 being not aroused. So I'm going to try and follow the book where it says get up to a level 4, come back to a 2, go from a 2 to a 6, come back to a 4, go from a 4 up to an 8, come back to a 6, go from a 6 to a 9, come back to a 7, go from a 7 up to a 9.5. Make sure you're not at the point where you get to the point of no return. Stop at the 9.5, try and ride the wave. At the time of being at 9.5, extremely aroused, I found that stimulation around the knob of my penis isn't real conducive to staying at the 9.5 or going below it. It actually goes over it. Then I've got a question about ejaculation and orgasm. Seems like you can ejaculate without orgasm. If you do that without the expulsion of energy, which is to do with the contractions, then you can maintain your erection. See how we go. I'm going to practice this for a few weeks. I'll make another video about where it's going and the progress, see if I'm getting any better in my own not enough victimization, insecurity, inadequacy psyche. Bring it into my heart and then we'll go from there. Bring awareness into my heart, slow my breathing down, try and do full cyclic breaths even if I'm in a stressful situation or stuff's coming up for me. Wish me luck. It's so ironic and painful that I can only laugh at the craziness, because laugh and the world laughs with you. Cry and you cry alone. Sheshnag.com. What on earth is Kundalini? Om Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Mahadev. Peace. Share the world.